What's going on, everybody, and welcome into our final edition of Anytime Touchdown Bet Recommendations, the Super Bowl edition between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm Danny Burke, your host here with Odd Shopper. Thank you for tuning in as always. Hopefully, you've had a blast all year long. It's been a great year, yes, filled with highs and lows. That's a general theme of betting, the volatility and randomness with wagering on sports, but especially with the anytime touchdown bets. Man, it's filled with them. But we've managed for the most part, and especially in the postseason, we've been doing very well. And hopefully, we can continue that and cap our season off with a profitable effort. Now, apologies from a couple weeks ago. I had some technical difficulties with the video. But if you've been following along also on the written side, I've been posting an article every single week with my anytime touchdown prop bets. Conference championship weekend, we win 2 out of 3. Kareem Hunt, James Cook came through. Dallas Goedert did not, but just wanted to say apologies if you're looking for that and could not find it. Regardless, hopefully we can make it up to you here and end this year on a high note. All right, go big or go home, baby. We got 4 bets for the Super Bowl for anytime touchdown prop bet recommendations. Let's go ahead and jump in. We will start on the side of Philadelphia with my favorite play for this betting category. Jalen Hurts to score a touchdown minus 115. Yeah, shocker. The guy who scored 14 times during the regular season and 4 in the postseason is someone I'm going to have conviction in. I get it. But look, he's only minus 115 to score for someone who I just mentioned has scored a total of 18 times, 4 of those happening throughout the postseason alone. When you're running the tush push, a play that's practically unstoppable, you would think that the price would probably be more so around where you're seeing Hard Rock offering it at minus a buck 50. If the Eagles get into the 5-yard line of Kansas City, they're going with what they know. They're going with all reliable, which is practically unstoppable. And that should put us in an amazing position to cash Hurts to score a touchdown at minus 115. No, it's not a guarantee they'll even get to that point, but it's a high game total of 48.5. So, hey, look, the market's expecting there to be a healthy amount of points. And it would be pretty surprising if we didn't at least get a couple opportunities for the Eagles to do their signature play in their most crucial game. And I'm not afraid of Saquon Barkley being a vulture. It's usually the opposite. That Hurts is taking Barkley's touchdowns. Because once they get into the 5-yard line or closer, it's all push territory. Before that, sure, it's all Saquon. But inside the 5, yeah, that's going to be Jalen Hurts' time to shine. So Kansas City, yes, great defense. They falter a little bit the past couple of games, playing better competition in the postseason, which has caused their red zone defensive efficiency to be at 67% the last 2 games. I get the correlation, but still, it's got a little worse. Now, regardless of their opponent's red zone defensive efficiency, it's kind of irrelevant just because of how consistently successful the tush push is in the first place. But I love this price of minus 115. I actually gave it out at minus 110. I still love it at minus a buck 15. I think it should be a lot more expensive. You're seeing a sharper book like Pinnacle dealing it out at minus 133. Jump on it before it moves. My favorite anytime touchdown bet for the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts to score 6, minus 115 at FanDuel, BetMGM, and Fanatics as of this moment. All right, let's move on to our next play. Moving toward the side of Kansas City. How about the veteran tailback, Kareem Hunt, came through for us in the conference championship game. I'm banking on him doing it again. Plus 150 at Caesars is where you can get a solid price for him to find the end zone to cap off this season. That has been a crazy one for him. Coming back toward the Chiefs, veteran tailback, having a revitalized year to really, he can go out in a high note if they win. And, he plays a big part in this game. And even if he doesn't, he's done enough to contribute and feel great about himself. And clearly, the sentiment is reciprocated throughout the Kansas City Chiefs coaching staff because he is getting more opportunities than Isaiah Pacheco, and rightfully so. Kareem Hunt's averaging 4.3 yards per carry during the postseason. Pacheco's at a flat 3. Now, in terms of the snap count, Kareem Hunt throughout the postseason, 27 to 12 in favor of Hunt over Pacheco, and then 10 snaps to 3 in favor of Hunt over Pacheco in goal-to-go situations in those 2 playoff games. Why would we expect anything different? You're going to keep giving the ball to the hot hand, the more dominant hand in Kareem Hunt. He's been reliable. He's been a touchdown machine, 1 in each of the postseason games, and he had the 2 games that he played before that. Now, yes, Philadelphia has an amazing defense, arguably the best in the National Football League. But at some point, if the pass coverage ain't working for the Chiefs, You're going to have to play bully ball. You're going to have to punch one in, force one in with your strong running back in Kareem Hunt. And that may be the best way to do it. And even if it's not the best way, he's still going to get those opportunities like running backs always do and have increasingly have had happen to them on the Kansas City Chiefs. So plus 150, one final ride with Kareem Hunt. He came through for us in the last game. Hopefully he can do it yet again. I feel good about Kareem Hunt getting ample chances in this game to score a touchdown. Plus 150 at Caesars. All right, sticking with Kansas City, let's move to the receivers. Let's go with Marquise Hollywood Brown, plus 285 at DraftKings. Certainly a guy like Xavier Worthy at plus 160, plus 165 is a tad bit more appealing. I completely understand that. But with that being said, Hollywood Brown at this price is very tempting. Now, you haven't gotten a lot of Hollywood Brown, but he's only played in what, like 4 games, 5 games? And last week, he finally came alive against Buffalo. He was targeted 5 times by Mahomes, hauled in 3 of them for 35 yards. No, he did not find the end zone, but the comfortability is getting there with Mahomes and that Hollywood Brown connection. He had only played like 3 games before that. There was a long layoff in between. So now they're getting that connection in the most important time. And as great as this Philadelphia secondary is, PFF grades at number 1. They're going to look to blanket Travis Kelce, the aforementioned Xavier Worthy. This should open up softer spots for a very speedy and elusive receiver himself in Hollywood Brown. And at the price of plus 285, it's worth taking a little stab on it, guys. Again, this could be a game where he breaks out. I think he's a sneaky candidate for not only scored a touchdown, but I'm not actually thinking he's going to win MVP, but he could be that kind of random player that we always see come through on the Chiefs in these Super Bowl games. I wouldn't be shocked if Hollywood Brown becomes one of those guys. Mahomes spreads the wealth in the Super Bowl, one of those slightly oddball receivers. I think it could be Brown, especially with the way he's been playing. And we saw him play in the conference championship. So taking a little piece of Brown at plus 285 and our long shot because, hell, why not? One of the best receivers in the past 10 years. Best route runners, best hands, not the best, but one of the best. The veteran who joined the Kansas City Chiefs to try to win this very game, DeAndre Hopkins, plus 650 to score a touchdown in the most crucial game of his NFL and just football playing career. Now, look, DeAndre Hopkins is not what he once was. He's realistically not going to get consistent targets in this game. We've only seen him get like 3 targets throughout the playoffs in general. But much like my assessment with Hollywood Brown, when you get into the red zone, if you're Kansas City, again, as good as his secondary is for Philadelphia, you're going to be focused on Travis Kelce. You're going to be focused on Xavier Worthy. And then the next best would be Hollywood Brown, realistically. You're not as much diverting your attention toward the veteran DeAndre Hopkins, who isn't what he once was, but still one of the better route runners and knows how to create space. He has been in these situations in the sense of knowing how to get open and score against premier defenses. He's been doing it his entire career. And you're going to give us plus 650 with one of the surest hands in the business? I get it. I get it. I get it. He is not getting a lot of looks, not getting a lot of red zone snaps per se. It would be a great storybook ending for him to get a touchdown here in the Super Bowl. No, that's not the direct reason why I'm betting it. It's more so the price. And because if there's someone who can find those soft zones and get that separation in the very vital area that is the red zone, DeAndre Hopkins is certainly one of those guys. Don't go crazy with it. You throw a little bit of pizza money on it, maybe a half unit, just something to have a little bit more entertainment with. It's a lot different than how I'm feeling about Jalen Hurts. But hey, again, we're taking a little flyer. We're taking an oddball here with D-Hop, and we're getting him at plus 650 for an anytime touchdown recommendation. But that's all I got for Super Bowl 59. Before I head out, let me remind you of a couple things, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you check out Portfolio EV, 75% off. If you use code SB75, the offer does expire on Sunday. Tons and tons of plus EV bets available. The testimonials are going nuts right now. The proof is in the pudding. Make sure you check it out. Code SB75. And as always, make sure you check out my picks there at Tails without Shopper Burke. 50 is a promo code, folks. 50% off your first week or first month with that promo code. We've got plenty of basketball happening right now, and we've got baseball right around the corner as we're dwindling down with our final game in the National Football League. But that's all I've got, ladies and gentlemen, for my anytime touchdown prop bet recommendations. It's been a hell of a year. Thank you for tuning in. Best of luck with all your action in the Super Bowl. Enjoy the game. And hey, as always, leave below in the comments anybody else I should be sweating out alongside you who you believe is going to score a touchdown in the big game. Feel free to follow on Twitter at DannyBurke5. Thank you as always, and we'll talk again soon. Take care, folks.